Hey guys, welcome to another Brian Lightyear's Q&A number 2 video. Before I may even answer the questions, I just want to let you guys know I apologize for I don't even happen to be able to post any much more videos right more recently, since today is the exact year I haven't posted anything until now for during the YouTube channels. Until then, I won't be able to post the rest of the other videos because it won't be that much to do, because since during the quarantine's been going on, so I'll explain the rest after the end of the Q&A. Here's the first question, Whoopsnap8. Brian, here's a question for your video. Favorite Marvel and DC character? Only one. So for Marvel character, Iron Man. DC, probably Superman. Next we got Aaron. What's your costume going to be this year? So that I don't know, because I've been wearing the outfit of Buzz Lightyear so many times with the shirt, the sweater, the jacket, so I don't know. Probably might be Jigsaw again during my last year Halloween. But since last year I happened in the merge costume of the Negan bat and also with the Jigsaw mask, probably I might be able to wear that during this year again if I have any more costume left. How do you start broadcasting? Alright guys, since that the questions from one of my friends from you now, I have the application for the live streaming. To answer that question, JJ, is how I normally start broadcasting. Well, it's not much, easy step, because it's just the first thing when I first started is, well, how can I say this? Because ever since during 2016, that's when I first started broadcasting from the YouNow application. So since around March, the middle of it. So I just started it and used the hashtag into whatever hashtag you want it to be. Then I normally just get into the categories. So, because most likely I never even care about the hashtag from the beginning with. I just normally want to get into the website, just trying to socialize with everyone, because that's my part of the goal, how I normally want to do for, I don't know, the rest of social media in my life. Hey Brian, I'm just wondering, do you play Fortnite? Because it's my favorite game, and I play it every day. Well, no, I have not played Fortnite or any game. I haven't played any games for a couple of years now, since more than 2 years ago. So, I normally do play is Halo, GTA 5, Toy Story 3, since that's during the Xbox and the PS2 at once. So, no, I have not played. I wish I would have played, but I'm not sure I might even get used to the game. But I probably might play one day. If you happen to choose between dropping a nuke on a country besides you, or have Buzz Lightyear drop kick your family right in front of you, which would you do? Use Buzz Lightyear drop kick your family instead. I don't know. I just never don't want anyone trying to drop a nuke on any country for sure. What are you liking for Buzz Lightyear start? I started like Buzz Lightyear not only from the Toy Story 1, since back to my childhood. Even Toy Story 2 was just got into my favorites more during the Buzz Lightyear character personality. So even when I saw number 2, there's 2 Buzz Lightyear. I think you know which one I'm talking about. One's the original, the other one is the new of the Eternity Belt. So that's why I got myself over into it, since I've already been watching after I showed during the Instagram post. So I'm not sure if you guys already saw that. So that's what's my interest about that, liking Buzz. Brian, what's your favorite Toy Story Buzz Lightyear scene? Since I've been watching a lot of Toy Story so far, even before during Toy Story 3, I gotta say Toy Story 3 happens to be the most favorite part of Buzz Lightyear when he got into Spanish mode. But with the beginning of Toy Story 1, it was my other favorite is believing the thing he's Mrs. Nesbit. Why do you like Buzz Lightyear a lot? Because I do too. Well, ever since during my childhood, because I was more into these kind of stuff, not only just Buzz Lightyear, but it's all the toys with the characters. But since Buzz is the only favorite character I have, since that whenever the shirt, it's most likely is all the action, because I'm telling myself the same question is because I'm more normally into science subjects, so I guessing the whole NASA astronaut. So yeah, I'm more into space, this kind of sort of way. So maybe that's something my mind when I was younger is telling me something. Maybe it's not only just the character himself, but it's probably more relatable besides just only liking the laser stuff or his helmet or anything, whatever it comes to during his suit. Well, the bottom line is, when I started keep loving Buzz even more, it's during the end of the movie when he just started flying with Woody. But it's most likely is how he just, made more new friends as a new toy. But since during the rest of the movie, of the sequels, number 2, 3, even especially number 4, but it really just makes me feel much more touchy how it really just matters to him. More as human family that they really experience a lot more. Maybe that's what I'm keep getting more into this kind of stuff. Not just only his character, but mostly all the movie of the character around him. What movie innately made you love Disney and Buzz so much? Well, since I already answered the last question about Buzz, but the reason why I was so loving Disney it's when after I went to Disney World, it's like more like not just a happy place of a magic kingdom. It's how what Pete's parents say, just keep your happy thoughts in it. But it just keeps me much more going into this very fun experience, like a very full playground. But it's like I really love comes to visiting around the parks on Disney World. I never been to Disneyland, so, but it's most likely it still would be the same way. How I would feel much more expression is why I love about Disney. It's much more. Who doesn't? It's like much bigger amusement park, a lot more than any other amusement park it is. I mean, I can't even tell. Not even I can tell even Marvel either. But since after what I love about this, even when I got older, since like the last 3 years, my last visit was before when I started growing up. It's how I love to see of the whole merge many type of way, because since they got all the stuff of Disney, that's when I first got the shirts and everything what they ever got. Even the toys plush stuff, I got a lot of things. Even from this plush blanket. I'm just gonna call it that way because that's how it does glow in the dark too. So I just normally use that just to keep myself more comfy. But just to answer your quick questions, I really love Disney a lot majorly. The part of my heart, it's like I really do belong there. It's like I really am like belonging there much better than New York. Since like it's like the crowd is much more lovable there than just here. Not sure how much more between respectively than here than there, because since the second time I went from last year, I just feeling a lot more peacefully in my mind how it goes. I mean, not everyone's like still perfect enough just to be much more in a happy place, but they still just live among each other and just be nice and just be who you are. How old are you? 27. If you could have any dinosaur as a pet, which would it be? Well, I'd rather have a T-Rex instead. The bigger the better, but I just like to have T-Rexes. But most likely, Velociraptor, because they have more speed than just T-Rex, so I'd rather just either have a Velociraptor. And plus, you know, Rexes and Velociraptor, pretty much like almost similar how the species are. But Velociraptor is like a lot more faster, so I'd rather take a Velociraptor because they're like much more as better transportation that I could use over here around as a pet. What crossover would you like to see, or has it happened yet? Well, I'm not sure how specific crossover I would like to see, but if I were be able to have a crossover, I'd rather have a crossover either whatever of social media I have been using, like YouTube, TikTok, YouNow. That specific of the social of the live streaming, I'd rather cross over with them to visit like at least much more as groups, just at least more to be friends, because I like, you know me, I rather be friends with a crossover from other collaborations. Like, even most likely for YouTube, I'd rather have example like with Juggernaut or Kid Behind the Camera. Since they're both of my favorite YouTubers, I just rather have to have a crossover with them. At least I don't even know that's the day it's ever gonna come. But I'd rather have a crossover along with other social media for the collaboration of any YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, even from Twitter. So that's how I like, you know, have a crossover. Since I'm like sort of doing it only much virtually on the video. Which one is your top favorite Toy Story movies and why? Well, I gotta have to say either Toy Story 3 and 4, it's like most of my top favorite movies. But Toy Story 3, I gotta say it's my favorite movie, because the reason why is because Toy Story 3 is like a much more better sequel of the continuously better than the number 4, because number 4 is not, I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, it's a very great film, even in the ending as well. But the Toy Story 3 got all the above the scene and the continuity of the, I was gonna say saga, but at least a continuity of the trilogy is like the story between Andy and the rest of the toy gang. That's what I like to see of that story, what their purposes about the movie is. So since that story really relates to it between 1 and 2, that's what I love about Toy Story 3, because that really brings much more upon emotionally, but also helps to rebuild the story that where it left off. So that's my answer. If you could be any Disney character, who would it be and why? Well, Tina, you know the only answer I'm gonna be able to have is my favorite character on Disney. It's always Buzz Lightyear. Why? Because I love Buzz Lightyear. That's always why, and that's always will be, and that's who I ever will be. But there's no other character who I ever pick it's just Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear's costume, being as him, is the greatest. That's who I like to be, only in Disney, from Disney World. Do Cheeseburger go to the toilet? Well, JP, I'm gonna be real with you. Yes, Cheeseburger can go to the toilet. I mean, you can put it into the toilet, but you cannot flush it. We got the last question. What do you like most about living in New York? Who are some of your idols? So what I most love about living in New York is everything, everywhere. It's mostly Manhattan City. It's the best place I love living at. Not just living in, but like living to be with. Like everything, like if you haven't noticed, remember, like everyone else have mostly watched my channel of the video, it's Manhattan tours. That is my reason why about living in New York, and that's the most favorite reason about it. Go any place in the world, even during Times Square, the most is my favorite place of the city, of the whole world that I love to be. During in Disney store, Nintendo World, like you know me, the toys, games, must like everything. So because I'm like much more as adventurous about it. So what's my idol? I don't know how to be called this. To be honest with you, I don't think I have any idols at all. The only idols I might be able to say is from most people from you now. That's my only idols that keeps me going for broadcasting. Hope that answered your question, Luna. Okay, that was the last question of the Q&A. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for replying and responding into the Q&A, mostly on Instagram. So I will do this another time very soon. But if you want to do another Q&A, let me know in the comments here below. Follow the social media links below too. So guys, I will be seeing you another time, but it won't be another time soon because since that during the coronavirus, so I won't be the same person much behind the camera or in front of the camera because since after I don't want the sweater, shirts, jackets because since after the infestation out there. So guys, stay safe, wear a glove, wear a mask always before once you go to the store, and because you know any officer even on the line, so they won't be able to allow you in the park much without a mask. So even though, just wear a mask, just keep yourself safe, stay home most likely in case for your own safety. So love you guys to infinity and beyond. Remember, you all got a friend in me, and again, stay safe, God bless you all. Yeah, sorry guys, because I won't be able to just post any more videos because since it's very hard just to do another video while you're still living in the same room, either with your parents, roommates, so it's like it's kind of frustrating even during quarantine. So I hope it ended very soon. Just want to do more outdoors because I'm more the outdoor person, but if I go outdoors I have to wear a mask. So well, my infinity friends, this is Brian Lightyear is signing out. Remember, always stay positive.